Olá, eu sou Teacher Dulce, professora de inglês online para todos os níveis, individual ou em grupo. Eu trouxe aqui um vídeo bem interessante para você assistir. Mas antes dele começar, eu queria te pedir, dá uma olhada nele com carinho e se você gostar, dá um like, se inscreve no canal, compartilha, comenta, deixa ele chegar para mais pessoas. E se você está com pressa de aprender inglês, eu tenho pronto um curso de inglês básico. Vou deixar a descrição aqui embaixo para você chegar até ele. E aí, se tiver interessado, depois você volta e a gente começa a partir do intermediário. Today
Hello.
we are here in another episode, face to face with Teacher Dulce. Today I'm receiving a very delicious friend I have. Her name is Cláudia, but for me, she's never Cláudia. She's always Claudinha because I think Cláudia is a very strong name and she is a very sweet person. Welcome here. Welcome here, darling.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure. And besides that, I miss you so much.
Me
And
too.
I seeing you here today.
Nice. Claudinha, today I have another invitation. First, I invited you to come here to talk to me, but today I have another invitation. I want to invite you to talk about love.
Wow.
It's good. It's a great subject.
Oh,
Huh?
yes. Oh, yeah.
And how would you talk about love? What comes to your mind when you talk about love?
I'm not young. I mean, I'm young in
Yeah,
spirit,
you want.
but in quite a few years on the road. And but a few years ago, about 20 years ago, I met this group in Brazil, and I used to live in Brazil and in Manaus, to be more exact. And I was invited to work with some people, and a very, very how can I say, amazing job. And I'll explain what we do. It is a group of homeless that they come to it is a religious place that is, we get together and we get to know them, and we get to know their way of lives, and what their necessities are. And in the beginning, I thought, when I was invited, I didn't know if I was going to accept it, because it was very strong for me at that time. I only knew the good relationship at home and with friends. And I wanted to expand my, people and my experiences. That's why I decided to accept that challenge. And it ended up making myself grow as a person, and particularly to find out a way of open my heart to love.
Nice.
That's when you asked me about love, I remember this activity very much, because I only knew what love in family was, a love with some friends, but I didn't know that we could love so many other things, so many other people, and that we could feel good things inside, and that you could give more and more. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, I don't have time to do some things, and it ended up that I felt so comfortable. And let me explain. These people, they come on the street and don't know where to go. Sometimes they don't have what to eat, and so they get exposed to addiction, drug addiction, and they get more exposed to alcohol and fighting and stealing, because that's their survival on the street. But they have good hearts, most of them. they have good feelings, as all of us, we have our sides. And so I, in the beginning, I even the smell, to get close to them, because they didn't smell good as we're supposed to be smelling after bath, or to use a perfume, and the way of talking. But then with the time, that was more challenging to me than for them, and but I started liking that thing, that that feeling of receiving them at the place, and to hug them even if they were smelly, you know and
Mhm.
and it became like a perfume, a
Mhm.
different kind of smell, you know
Uh-huh.
so I started finding good things in small things.
Uh,
Everything that I have at home, all the food, the bed. I have so many things in my journey,
mm,
and and some of them, they don't have anything.
yeah.
I learned with them that everything that I have, like material thing, is just a part of life. It's not the essential thing to be happy.
Mm,
That's where, that place, that's where I started learning how to love in, unconditionally. Because
unconditional.
I had the love of my parents, my mom, my brothers, my nieces, and all my friends, including you. But I didn't know how to love other people that didn't connect with the same social status that I did.
Uh,
And it seems that
wouldn't
they,
supposed to be together, you. Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Yeah. And people, every time that I would say, that I would tell friends
Uh,
that I was doing that kind of activity, they said, "Oh, but how come?" And but it was so natural. It was so natural, and to come because this activity, it works every Monday and Thursday at night. So we start with receiving them,
and
and then
this is a volunteer work, right? You said
yeah,
it's yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
and so when you are a volunteer for something, you, at least for me, I didn't know what to expect at first, and
Mhm.
just I was there, and it was. I think that I was doing more for myself than for them, because they taught me so much, including how to love. And that's the kind of love that I wanted to tell you today,
Ah, nice,
you
nice.
know, because it expanded in a way that every time that I would go on the street, that I would see one of them. Oh my God, it was so nice to see them. Hey, hello. And they would come and they would speak to me.
Uh,
And that it's an amazing feeling. It seems that your family is a lot bigger than what.
bigger. Uh, and could you explain us what is done in this activity? You receive them, and
And then they have the opportunity to have a shower, because most of them, they spend maybe a week without having any shower or changing clothes. And so they have shampoo and soap, and so they are very well taken care of in that aspect, that
Mhm.
they receive like a perfume, like a cologne, that it's like a revival for them, because they come in a way, and then they have this reception. They have people talking to them very sweet, in a very sweet way. And then after their shower, they sit down with their friends and with all the group that work, all the other volunteers, and they have some coffee. And so they start talking and they start relaxing. And that's where the activity really works in the sense that they do some kind of study. It is like a lecture or a small talk that they talk about love as well.
Mhm.
Jesus, and we are this group is a spiritism group,
Mhm.
spiritist group, and they are in a facility that spreads love. So they have this kind of talk, and then they have a prayer, and there are people that come and they pray with them and for them. They give, like good energy so that they can feel better. They feel like,
Individually, right?
yeah,
This
individual. It
Mhm.
is. But after that, sometimes it's not their religion.
Mhm.
Most of the time, they don't, they are not connected with this kind of doctrine, but
Mhm.
they feel perfectly fine there because
Mhm.
there's love all around. So after this prayer, they are invited to have a dinner. And this dinner, it starts being prepared sometimes the day before, because there are people taking care of cutting all
The
the
Legumes.
ingredients and cleaning, and so all the volunteers, they are fantastic. And
Mhm.
so that's what basically the activity is all about. But they after even before dinner and after dinner, they have the opportunity to speak to some volunteers, and they can tell them that they are worth it, that they are on the street but they can get out of the street and they can get work. They can be, very respectful, as because most of people, they don't respect that kind of people too much, but they are,
Don't see
uh,
them.
I'm sorry.
They don't see them.
Yeah.
They are invisible.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But that's the way we make it visible, because this kind of work, it's like, I remember when I started, we had a group of it was about 6 volunteers. And I remember the first group that we had, at least that I participated, there were about 10, the most 12 people. And you cannot imagine how much it grew. Now it's like the patio where they are, where the activity takes place. It's full of people, and there are kids. They are s- young, old. It doesn't really matter their sex or their color. All kinds of people that have good hearts, as well as we think we have as well.
Yeah. Oh,
And sometimes
I
they
told
do
you,
more better than others.
you are the perfect person to talk about this, because now I'm getting emotion just to listen to you talking about it. And I also participated of this work. I went there too, and in the beginning was a challenge for me too. And as you know, when I came, I brought my family, my 2 kids, Lara and Lucas, came together with me, and that was like a change in our lives. It
Mhm.
was, and this activity. You are not living in Brazil now. Right now, you're living in the U.S. Now
Mhm.
that's what, about 10 years, more
10
than
years.
10
Yes,
years.
a bit more. Yes.
Uh-huh. And I am not living in Manaus anymore either. I am living in the interior of São Paulo. It's about 5 years. So I participated 5 years more than you in the activity, but we still are
Part.
in in the group. We can never disconnect of this group.
It is addiction. It is
It is addiction.
started. You don't want to stop because
Uh-huh.
you learn so much from them.
Yeah.
And our lives, at least I know your life became better. My life became a lot better after I met the group. And oh, there's something else that I forgot to tell you about.
Ah,
I know that you must be thinking. We
ah,
had artwork. We
ah.
had plays and music. That's not only the lecture, only the talks that they have before dinner. They also have music that they can listen to. There are groups of volunteers that they come as well, and also the group, they get together and they rehearse some plays. And every month, I don't know now how it works, but at that time we used to have every month we used to have a play, and it was so nice for me. I didn't know my artistic side, you know.
Performance.
It no, but you see, besides that, you become your family. It's you open your heart to an extent that you let people in. You let people in that even you're far away, it doesn't matter the time and the distance, the physical distance. You feel them. You
Exactly.
feel them, and it doesn't matter where they are. But you always in your mind, you're having a thoughts, you're thinking about them, and you're praying for them that they can find their way, as the same as you pray for you and your family.
Exactly.
And so they are your family. And to tell you the truth, Dulcie, it was the best thing that ever happened to me,
Me too.
because today here in the US, I am part of a group that we do different kinds of work. We go to nursing homes and
Mm.
the elderly people. And so we sing for them. It's a group of Brazilians. And
Mhm.
we go and we sing in English and Spanish. And so they get so happy because most of them, they don't have any visits sometimes. The family, they put them inside of a nursing home and they just forget that they exist. So when we get there, we hug them, we checked with them, and it's so nice. And that's another kind of love. And today I have my dad in a hospice situation. He's at home being taken care of. He doesn't talk much today, and he's 97. And all the everything that I see in my place is everything that I don't see sometimes in the nursing homes. And
Yeah.
that it is great for me inside as a daughter, because I have the opportunity to give the love that I have. Maybe it's not that much, but it's all I learned with the activity that we started in Manaus.
Yeah.
So, my friend, this is the kind of love that I love to talk about.
Me too. And I would like to stay longer here with you, but I am really sorry about telling that we need to finish. But I got so happy to receive you here today.
Thank you.
Very much. I hope your dad is okay, because I know he is loved, and I know you, and I know how big is your love, and how great your heart is. And I miss you so much, but we are very far in distance, but very close in our hearts. And I always know that. Now, you are a part of my family, my kids and me. We love you so much, and
And
thank you
love
for
you
being
guys
here.
dearly. And
Thank you so much
thanks
for
for
being here.
inviting me, and it was a pleasure. And let me tell you something, Ducey. Dealing with people, the best thing that you can do is love. You as a teacher, you know that everything that you do is spreading love with your language, with your teaching, and you are such a great person that I know your mother feeling you like you embrace all of your students and everybody that is around you. So thank you so much for inviting me. I feel very honored. And if you want to invite me any other time, I'm here.
Sure, sure, sure.
And
Okay, Claudinha. Thank you. Love you.